of the Burnley manager taking over at Everton Football Club. Sky Sports News reported this morning that Everton would be approaching the Burnley manager in the next 24 hours in view of taking over at Everton. They've slightly rolled back since then on that story, saying that it's not imminent. An approach for Sean Dyche is not imminent, but they still expect one, and it's more likely to come, as basically the club of and everyone else has been saying, in the international break. So whatever happens, it seems David Unsworth will have the next 2 games this week, obviously away to Lyon and home to Watford, to concentrate and prepare for, and then after that it would be looked at sorting out. Now, whether that's because the club just want to wait till it's a bit quieter and the managers would have time to the managers they approach would have time to speak because there's a little bit of time in the international window, or whether it's because they're just simply undecided, and that seems to be the main thing at the moment. If you look along the likes of social media and the likes of Twitter and Facebook and stuff, there's no clear favour for this job, and that seems to be the thing, and that seems to be the possible thing coming out of the club as well. Over the last 24 hours, there's been a lot of talk of Sam Allardyce, Sean Dyche, less talk about David Unsworth getting the job. I've seen sort of less talk about the likes of Thomas Tuchel getting the job, and it seems that in the last 24 hours or since the Leicester game, there's been a more talk of a kind of manager that will come in and organise Everton and get them out of trouble rather than taking them forward. Now, I seen there was a great piece with Gary Neville as well last night on Monday Night Football, where he spoke about Unsworth and said this is not his fault. He talked about the defence and how poor it was in terms of the senior players there not doing the jobs, and took a lot of weight off David Unsworth, I think, by saying that. But yeah, there seems to be splits everywhere, splits in the fan base. I don't know whether you've got people like Jamie Carragher saying there's splits in the boardroom over this, and maybe the club, the owner and the chairman simply haven't nailed down who they want. Because as I say, personally, I'm very undecided, very undecided, because of the predicament we find ourselves in. But maybe people with a little bit more of a positive outlook probably feel we should go and get more of a more ambitious manager, which is fair enough. Maybe Silva at Watford ticks all those boxes, and obviously we'll play them on Sunday, and maybe that's another reason why Everton have waited. Possible, but there hasn't been too much talk about him. We'll have to wait and see. Just on Sean Dyche, he spent 5 years at Burnley, 2 promotions, highest finish in the top flight for I think it's 42 years, and has a net spend of £35 million, which, listen, that's all great, and in terms of Everton, maybe in the past that might have seemed perfect, almost in a David Moyes kind of way. But if Everton's supposed to be this ambitious club going forward, they're not really the things that get you excited, are they? It's very underwhelming. Everything so far has been very underwhelming, and I think fans just want a sense of excitement. But then there's fans on the other side, listen, who are very, very worried about the situation and just want someone to come in and fix it. And I think that may be where the split is at the moment. Is it as bad as what it looks like on the pitch, or could a good manager, doesn't matter if he's a relegation specialist or not, comes in with just immediately, or hopefully get the team playing better and get us up the table and get us winning games? And we'll have to wait and see. It's not our decision. That is the owner and the chairman and the board's decision in Everton Football Club, and we'll wait and see. Talking about Watford, Troy Deeney has been suspended. He's been given a 3-match ban, so he'll miss the game against Everton at the weekend for an altercation with Joe Allen in the game against Stoke. Well, I say altercation, he grabbed him by his head and looked like it was going to pull it off, basically. So yeah, he's not playing. He's not available, which is good news, because he always seems to cause trouble, and that's why he's suspended. What else is happening? The under-21s are playing tonight in the Checker Trade Trophy. They're playing Mansfield Town. The team bottom at the moment. Now, obviously, it's the under-21s. Francis Jeffers is taking charge of them. Obviously, it's a Football League tournament, so the under-21s will go in against possibly the first Mansfield's first team, possibly not, but it'd be a big boost for them if they can get a win tonight. Obviously, the under-23s won on Friday night against Swansea, so some of those players will want to continue that. But it's normally a mix. It's normally a mix of those younger players in the trophy, giving them a little bit of experience. So good luck to them tonight. And that's about it for today. David Unsworth will do his press conference, I presume, tomorrow ahead of the Lyon game. It'll be interesting to see what he says, interesting to see who he's going to play in that game. Maybe a good opportunity for the players who've been sidelined, the likes of Vlasic and Sigurdsson, and maybe Sandro, maybe Klassen will come back into the equation. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what he does with it. So yeah, that'll be tomorrow. So we'll see what he says. This has been the Everton News Daily. Thanks for watching as ever. Don't forget, if you haven't already, check out the Leicester City final word. If you're with us on Patreon, check out today's Tuesday topic, all about the next manager and the possible candidates. And I'm sure there'll be loads more videos this week, because I'm going to Lyon, so I'll put a few out from there as well. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. I'll see you later.